Hello, in this video, join me as we continue to learn from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and this is video number 15. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I know and continue to learn. If you are new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, I share YouTube tips, business tips, earning money online tips, and motivation. Just encouraging you to take a step to make your life better. Recently, I added reviewing books. This is a very unique book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And if some of that, even any of it, is sounding like relevant to your life, please consider subscribing. And for those of you who have been here before, we are continuing with the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And this is video number 15. Lesson 1, chapter 1, the rich don't work for money. That's a lesson. And for the new ones, please, if you haven't watched any of this before, I have a linked comment. I pinned it on top, like where the comments are. Mine is on top. It has a link taking you to all the videos that I've finished. Number 1 to 14. You click one time, they will continue playing next to each other. And also in the description. And I'll let you know about what I do on this channel at the end of this video, because I know there are people who came here just to continue these lessons. That's why I say everything else at the end of the video, of the lesson. We ended, before I start, yes, I always promise I have to say who Robert is. Robert Kiyosaki is a self-made millionaire, entrepreneur, educator, and investor with a mission to elevate the financial well-being of humanity, starting with one life and one person at a time. When you see me reading, it means that what I'm reading came from the book. I may be paraphrasing, but came from the book. And then sometimes I go to the book itself and I read, especially when conversations are happening. I don't want to paraphrase their conversations. Okay, so we ended, Poor Dad. This book, let me go slowly. I'm trying to, to rush because I feel like it's slow. Robert Kiyosaki wrote the book. I just told you who Robert Kiyosaki is. The book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he's talking about two dads, what he learned from both. And we are learning too. So who's Poor Dad? Poor Dad is his real dad. And this was a very intelligent man with a PhD, and he was a superintendent of education. But then the rich dad is the second dad. That's where most of the lessons are coming from. And this is a friend's dad. He had a friend at school called Mike, and rich dad was Mike's dad. And this one was a unique story because he was only 13 when he left formal school, 8th grade, and he ended up becoming one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. That's why you're interested in how did it happen. So slowly but surely it's going where what he learned from this rich dad. We stopped video 14 when rich dad was talking a lot to the two boys, Robert and Mike, and he was explaining to the boys that most people, they are in this rat race of get up, go to work, pay bills. Get up, go to work, pay bills. Go. In fact, he had a game that he plays. I used to play like the rat, a real rat, was running and going in circles. And then he said that people's lives are controlled by two emotions, of fear and greed. That's the previous video. He was explaining how all this happens. But the conversation is continuing. It's continuing, and today I'm going to read a lot. Hopefully it's not be too long, but it's going to be more reading. So as he talks about these emotions and how people are in a rat race, then Mike, that's his real son, asked, so their emotions control their brain. Remember, he was talking about the emotions of fear and greed, how they control people. And Mike is asking, so their emotions control their brain? That's correct, which Dad said. Instead of admitting the truth about how they feel, they react to their feelings and fail to think. They feel the fear, so they go to work, hoping that money will soothe their fear, but doesn't. It continues to haunt them, and they return to work, hoping again that money will calm their fears, and again it doesn't. Fear keeps them in this trap of working, earning money, hoping the fear will go away. But every day they get up, and that old fear wakes up with them. For millions of people, that old fear keeps them awake all night, causing a night turmoil and worry. So they get up and go to work, hoping that a paycheck will kill that fear, gnawing at their souls. Money is running their lives, and they refuse to tell the truth about that. Money is in control of their emotions and their souls. Okay, I think I will not describe here. I'll just move to what he said next. There's a lot of description. I want you boys to avoid that trap. That is really what I want to teach you. Not just to be rich, because being rich does not solve the problem. It doesn't? Robert asked, surprised. No, it doesn't. Let me explain the other emotion. Desire. Some call it greed, but I prefer desire. It's perfectly normal to desire something better, prettier, more fun, or exciting. So people also work for money because of desire. They desire money for the joy they think it can buy. But the joy that money brings is often short-lived, and they soon need more money for more joy, more pleasure, more comfort, and more security. So they keep working, thinking money will soothe their souls that are troubled by fear and desire. But money can't do that. So Mike asked, so even rich people do this? Even rich people do this? Rich people included, said Rich Dad. In fact, the reason many rich people are rich isn't because of desire, but because of fear. They believe that money can eliminate the fear of being poor. So they amass tons of it, only to find the fear gets worse. Now they fear losing the money. I have friends who keep working even though they have plenty. I know people who have millions who are more afraid now than they were than when they were poor. They are terrified of losing it all. The fear that drove them to get rich got worse. That weak and needy part of their soul is actually screaming louder. They don't want to lose the big houses, the cars, and the high life money. The high life money has brought them. They worry about what their friends would say if they lost all the money. Many are emotionally desperate and neurotic, although they look rich and have more money. So, is the poor man happier? I asked. That's Robert asking. No, I don't think so. The avoidance of money is just as psychotic as being attached to money. So now, as you know, they were at a table in the park. So there was a homeless man who passed by, and then Rich Dad waved for him to come, and he gave him $1. I think $1 was a lot of money. Remember, Robert used to work for 10 cents an hour, so he gave him $1, and the man thanked Rich Dad profusely and hurried off, like happy he got his money. Now Rich Dad is continuing because there's a description here. They all watched the man who was getting stuff from trash, so it's a description that I skipped. So Rich Dad continued after giving out the $1 and the man is gone. He's not much different from most of my employees, said Rich Dad. I've met so many people who say, oh, I'm not interested in money, yet they work at a job for 8 hours a day. That's denial of the truth. If they are not interested in money, then why are they working? That kind of thinking is probably more psychotic than a person who hoards money. As I sat there listening to my Rich Dad, my mind flashed back to the countless times my own dad said, this is Robert, My own dad said, I'm not interested in money. He said those words often. He also covered himself by always saying, I work because I love my job. So, what do we do? Now, Robert is asking, not work for money until all traces of fear and greed are gone? No, that would be a waste of time, said Rich Dad. Emotions are what make us human. The word emotion stands for energy in motion. Be truthful about your emotions and use your mind and emotions in your favor, not against yourself. Wow, that's Mike now. Don't worry about what I just said. It will make more sense in years to come. Just be an observer, not a reactor to your emotions. Most people do not know that it's their emotions that are doing the thinking. Your emotions are your emotions, but you have got to learn to do your own thinking. Can you give me an example? Robert asked. Sure. When a person says, I need to find a job, it's most likely an emotion doing the thinking. Fear of not having money generates that thought. But people do need money. If they have bills to pay, I said, sure they do. Rich Dad smiled. All I'm saying is that it's fear that's all too often doing the thinking. I don't understand, Mike said. For example, Rich Dad continued, if the fear of not having enough money arises, instead of immediately running out to get a job, they instead might ask themselves this question: will a job be the best solution to this fear over the long run? In my opinion, the answer is no. A job is really a short-term solution to a long-term problem. But my dad is always saying, stay in school and get good grades so you can find a safe, secure job. I interjected, somewhat confused. Yes, I understand, he said that. Most people recommend that. And it's a good path for most people. But people make that recommendation primarily out of fear. You mean my dad said that because he's afraid? Yes. He's terrified that he won't earn enough money and won't fit into society. Don't get me wrong. He loves you and wants the best for you. I too believe an education and a job are important, but it won't handle the fear. You see, that same fear makes him get up in the morning to earn a few bucks that same fear that makes him get up in the morning to earn a few bucks, the same fear that is causing him to be so fanatical about your going to school. So what do you recommend? I asked. I want to teach you to master the power of money. Instead of being afraid of it, they don't teach that in school. I want to teach you to master the power of money instead of being afraid of it. They don't teach you that in school. And if you don't learn it, you become a slave to money. It was finally making sense. He wanted us to widen our views and to see what the Mrs. Martins of this world couldn't see. He used examples that sounded cruel at the time, but I've never forgotten them. My vision widened that day, and I began to see the trap that lay ahead for most people. This is why I end this 15, but he made some points himself. There are points he wants us to see. 2 points he noted. So I'm going to read the 2 comments. Point number 1, and that's Robert making these points. He says, so many people say, oh, I'm not interested in money, yet they'll work at a job for 8 hours a day. I don't know if you know those kind of examples. I hope you're not one of them. And then point number 2, he says, mastering money. That's another point. With the advent of derivatives and an increasingly complex economy, mastering money has become essential to surviving in the world economy. With low interest rates and an uncertain stock market, the old adage, I've never heard of this word, of saving and investing, maybe old belief is what it will mean, of saving and investing for the long term make no sense. In fact, I think what he's trying to say is that just saving your money is like calling savers losers, because, that's what he said. That just saving it or putting in a stock market, all those other things that maybe they may not benefit you the way they used to. That's why you have to master money on another level. Hopefully, by the time we end this book, we're going to have all those skills. Okay, that's the end of the book. For today, for lesson 15. But for those who joined me today, I always, at the end, have to explain the schedule here. I'm here every day, 1 p.m. USA Eastern Time. And except on Friday when I do YouTube Live at that same time. So come if you have a question for me. I give out some money, by the way. I give some money, not too much, but it's fun. So come on Fridays, 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. Please Google and see the equivalent for your time. That's USA time. And then 30 minutes earlier on just Thursdays and Sundays, I come with videos. They are premiered videos. If you click on the bell to be notified, you'll see that they come as premiered videos. Even all these come as premiered videos. That means I set it up, but it's come watched a little bit later. Some I set up early, depending on my schedule. Some I set up, I give them like 15 minutes for you to watch it. Like when you click on it, it'll show you how long you have to wait. And that's on Thursdays and on Sundays. I talk about YouTube tips, business tips, but on Sunday, I try to be it in a motivational kind. My Sunday video is relevant to almost everyone. That's my intention, at least when I'm recording it. So please come to those. But the books, 1 p.m. every day. Now, when it comes to this book, if you want to get it, I have a link below that takes you actually to my website, because I signed up with Amazon.com, but it can be free for you for 1 month. You just listen. You have to sign up though. You have to open like an account and you have it free for 1 month. Make sure it's premium, I think plus is what they call it. There is a regular one where I get all the books in the catalog and all the podcasts. They call it unlimited. But you make sure it's the plus level where they call the premium plus. Those kind of words, what they use. That's where you'll find this book. When you search, you'll find it and you can listen. They'll say you have 1 free point. I think they call it point. When you see that means it qualifies you to listen to a book free for a whole month. And support my channel too, my website. When you need to shop, Amazon or anyone, please let them go through my page. You don't lose anything. It's still the same price, only you support what I do. So please tell them about that. honestsoul.com is up there. That's where this is. But I have a link below that takes you straight to that page. And then when you get at least 50 people, like 50, I'm watching how you make comments. Always leave a comment. That's the only way I know that you are here. Leave a comment. If I say at least 50 people consistently watching the lessons, I'm going to open up a way to share my password. Because my password will give you access to this for free. You can listen for free. But I want to make sure we have committed people. And please share these videos, because by end of February, I'll decide if I want to continue recording them. We may not even finish this book. If I don't see enough interest, I record daily. So to commit to doing that, I have to make sure enough people are watching. So share, invite more people. This is international, remember? It's not just where you are. It's international. So share it and let people come and learn these lessons. We're all learning. Okay? That's my video. Don't forget to like. You like first before you leave a comment. I'm asking for more likes. And subscribers. I need more. We are not getting to the goal of 10,000 subscribers. The last time I checked, I had like 8,400. Thank you very much. But we need more, because I want to build this community and we want to get to big things. Big things, if you have a community, I can negotiate some good things. Okay? Like I always end them, take very good care of yourself, take very good care of your families, take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.